Let's hope that this doesn't break. Hi, welcome to the after show for episode
11.
11.
Fix it with a wrench.
Yes.
You
put it
could
in my
Butt
butt.
wrench.
Oh, put it in my butt. Just kidding. It hurts in my butt.
Then take it out. And
put
put
it
it back in again.
When you take it out, you have to like you're starting a lawnmower, like one just quick like motion, like.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. That just sounds so painful.
Yeah, now that's just gross.
What fixes people?
Yeah.
No.
Hi, welcome to...
I
Welcome to
wonder
the
sometimes
after
why
show.
after shows get demonetized, and then we
How
record
long will
one
you
like
last? We'll find out.
Yeah, this is a battle royale. I don't
this. Yeah,
know
we're
if anyone
relaunching
noticed.
Roll4It as a battle royale. Like the screen
Oh my
sync slowly
gosh.
shrinks.
We should do a battle royale.
We did Battle Royale.
one
We
shot.
did battle
We
royale
did the
already.
Star Games.
We did it before
I've-
it was popular.
Yeah,
I've done tabletop battle royale before, and it's so much fun.
Like, that could be a fun one-shot to watch. To see who could be the last standing survivor.
You have to do it
We've done it
for
before.
a
Did it?
long period of time because it takes a while.
We did a 2-shot last time, and it raised what $4,500 for charity.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Just over a year ago.
Also, yes, I did turn Bentham into a robot without telling him.
Yeah, that ties in. There we go. I thought at the beginning of that episode we're never going to remember that for this. But here we are. Yeah, so
There
I
you
got
go.
turned into a robot because I got murdered by a robot, ironically. And the only way to save me was to put my brain in a robot body, which meant put my memories in a robot brain. There's no quotation marks for that. They put my memories in a robot brain in a robot body.
Yeah, basically, I
So I
took
was
Bentham to the
just a
side and went,
robot.
Bentham, so technically you died there because everything went really poorly for you. But also you did... There we go. But also you did... there was like a save thing came in at the last moment. So...
You write it down too? We both wrote it down.
So, do I have permission to mess with you if it's just like a little bit messing and you were like, yeah, that's cool.
And it turned out I wasn't a robot body, I was just a robot.
Yep. But your memories were in the robot body, so you thought you were human.
Yeah.
Isn't that
and,
like the
and
entire
so I
plot of
kept
Selma?
eating rations as we all starved to death.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, that's true.
That was so funny. So you're all
Well, to
starving
be
aboard the
fair-
ship, and Robert was still like, what was your character called?
Cooper.
Cooper was still eating rations as everyone was starving, thinking he needed them all along. I was like,
To be fair,
"Aw."
we were definitely going to suffocate before we starved anyway. So it didn't matter.
Sure.
Didn't someone get like hit in the head with a bunch of rations too at some point?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
3 rations for Sandeep. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a running gag because you could
Donk,
tip
donk,
to
donk.
give people rations during the battle royale, and people tipped to land the rations on Sandeep's head every time.
That's funny.
So good though.
Oh, that was highly amusing. We should definitely do another battle royale sometime. But how do people find that episode?
I
my
love the
God.
reveal. I'm so into Janet. Hell yeah. I just hope she's
Who?
alive.
Sorry, who? I don't know who
Yeah.
you're talking about.
It makes me a little afraid that since Robbie hasn't been charged in a while and he's out running
it's
amok.
It's been a bit. I keep flipping because it's like he made us do a month-long time skip, so there's definitely a chance that Janet's in serious danger. Oh, but she made a robot. Oh, but it's not been charged in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this constant back and forth. So, and like we've been worried about her a lot. And
Also, I'm imagining a Thunderbird-style swimming pool launch system now, where where that moves out the way, the robot rises up and then crumbles off.
I don't know. None of you have made the realization of how Robbie looks compared to now you know who made me.
oh, I definitely think that you are Robert and her child. I mentioned that.
Oh.
I was like,
What?
I was like,
No.
congratulations,
No.
Robbie.
You mentioned
Robert,
No.
your baby.
You mentioned
No.
that Robbie, you look like a combination between
Robbie
Rob
Williams
and
Robert.
Robbie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Janet's got
I-
some sick shit going on in her.
I mean, maybe it was just a
Also-
sex bot. Maybe I've got.
Also-
Maybe Barnaby's getting sloppy seconds.
That's a lot of super science to put in a sex
The
bot.
thing is that now it turns
The
out
missiles
that
just make
Robbie-
it dangerous.
that Robbie is modelled off of your brother. At least
Oh, that's gross. You did just think about it now.
I'm just thinking about the Robbie Williams
to
part.
distract you from that.
I will say I am definitely more Robbie Williams than I am Robert.
He's
Because
definitely
Okay,
also fully
that's for the
functional.
best.
You?
Well,
Yeah.
that's
What was
clear.
No, it is.
He's
because
also fully
otherwise,
functional.
oh my god. But like that would be the reason why would be because if I looked exactly like Robert, there would be way too many questions. Like people would be like, "What the hell? Like why?"
Well,
is
yeah,
it-"
that would be immediate, like, yeah.
But he's but like the way I imagine it is Robbie has like more of the look of Robbie Williams, but he's got more of the nerdy charm to his like looks, like Robert would have. So yes, you fucked your brother.
He didn't fuck you yet.
In
Maybe
conclusion,
some kisses. Yeah, people.
Hi, also welcome to Tragic Love.
Yes.
Yep.
Or also known as Layla the Vampire Slayer.
Also known as Barnaby in Layla
So-
the Vampire Slayer, yeah.
yeah. What's up?
So another thing is that we've got bloomin', I think Freddie Mercury and Ringo Starr wandering around somewhere.
Yeah, I saw that.
did like that it being Mercury and Star, Rob's totally like, so it's like the sun and then the first planet, so maybe Venus is next, maybe that's the system.
But it's like, no, it's clearly.
Yeah.
And then the
Ringo
Williams
Starr.
planet.
It's like Janet has a type.
Fair.
Where
Yeah,
are
let's
they,
hope-
though?
let's
That's
hope
the
she's
question.
Which one of those is the robot murderer that looks like Sir Kellerlot?
Well, the pod that had
It was Mercury that was open.
Mercury was open, Star was closed when Robbie came out of it, which was like a week ago.
Yep. Has anyone seen a Freddie Mercury lookalike?
No.
I don't think so. Maybe he very sneakily snuck a reference in a while back.
Could
I mean,
be.
we did sing Bohemian Rhapsody. In this episode. Are we like?
Yeah, it's me all along.
Yeah.
Freddie
Me all
Mercury.
along.
That's what the mustache was for.
Robot this whole time.
You can't have another character reveal, Josh. What the heck?
But I want
Can't
all
be
the
a demon.
secrets.
But I'm not a demon. I'm a robot.
I'm a robot demon!
But I'm not a robot, I'm a vampire.
I'm a robot
I'm a vampire, I'm a
demon who has your
ghost.
calendar!
I'm a broom. Yeah.
He's like one of those like
Cucumber.
Russian dolls that you just keep opening up.
It's
That's
like
a
a
lot of
Scooby-Doo
holes to
thing where
fill.
we just keep unmasking more masks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the Scooby Doo, where you just like somehow people look like normal people in a mask. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a lot of RP in this episode. It's good.
And a lot of plot drops.
Yeah.
It was a plot-heavy episode, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, I've really, really enjoyed, Dylan, your, like, progression, like, with the crisis, and then crisis solved.
I was trying to be sad.
You were so,
Yeah, that was
so
good.
sad. You made me sad.
I think the chat
I was
was
like, oh
sad.
god, no, I don't want to confront it with reality now. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like Robbie knows he's a robot, so he wasn't sad about the fact that you've told him he's a robot. He's sad about the fact that none of his friends believed him, and like he couldn't fulfill that rule. Like no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't fulfill that protocol.
They believed that he believed he was human, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to him, it made it seem like I failed this protocol all because I have
The
failed
one
my
about
job.
pretending to be human.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like Layla was trying to keep secrets because she like needs to talk to Rob about like stuff that's going on behind the scenes, but she can't tell people because like her secret. And then you're all like, "Oh, you're the Slayer." I'm like, "What? I never told you that." I was like, "No."
Yeah.
Identified Slayer.
Yeah.
Oh my
Robbie's
god.
eyes turn red and like, missiles!
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah,
Oh,
like
God.
woo.
Slayer contained human element, destroy.
Yeah, in game terms, Robbie, of course, is a super science item. He's a robot. But he also starts with a super science item, which he bought during character creation, which is the missile launcher.
I wanted a missile launcher in my chest.
But what are you gonna do with a missile launcher in your chest?
Love to see.
robots.
It'd be like that one Pacific Rim robot.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I haven't
just to
seen
get-
Pacific Rim 2. I'm so
I haven't
sad.
seen it either. Josh,
but just-
Josh, Bentham, do you want to all get together and do a movie night? We could all watch it. I've got a big TV.
I've seen
Yeah.
Pacific Rim, but I'd still
do
go
that.
watch it.
I mean, you can if you want. It's a long way to commute for a movie.
No. You could Skype me in.
just, like,
just
sit-
imagine like a little laptop sitting on the couch, like watching it.
We feed the
offer
like
popcorn.
popcorn to the laptop, and then Maggie just gets the popcorn in front of her. Oh, you
Perfect.
know those little Google like robots that walk around and have like
Oh,
displays and a
virtual
webcam.
Yeah.
presence bullshit.
Yeah, we just get one of those and light it back on
Those
the
are
couch.
so creepy. Like I
Yeah.
could control it.
Just give a
So-
wig.
Yes. Maggie Bot. Maggie Bot can be a thing.
Like Buffy bot.
Yeah. I
I
still
The
have to watch that
Layla
episode.
bot.
Yeah.
You've got
Maybe that's
Robbie
the Mercury.
Bot.
Yeah,
Oh,
Robbie
Robbot.
Bot's all the bot you need.
Yeah.
Bobby Bot needs a lover.
Well, just wait until next episode when I most likely will get power down, unless you guys can stop me.
Well,
We're
you've
gonna
got
be
to be
We're going to
fair,
save you. We're going
you-
to save you.
You don't need any other robots because you've got Robbie Bot, so you've got all 13 inches on your side.
Oh my god.
Is that what? Is that
That's
what?
a lot.
5
That's
points
not
get to?
that's not even like good. That's like
I'm like, that's a lot.
at
That's
that, at that
dangerous.
point, I'm scared for Janet. Like, what is she into?
That's why she's dead.
Oh
Oh god, can I give Bentham a drama point? Not Robert. I'm gonna give Bentham a drama point.
no! I think
No.
Robert gets a drama point through Bentham.
Oh
Oh
my,
my
god.
God.
Like just imagine like if like the ship actually happens, she's gonna be so disappointed when she actually gets with Robert. She's full on prepared for 13 inches and like full on swimmer bod, and instead she's gonna get very cute and quirky Robert with I'm assuming not on a ridiculously huge penis.
Cute. Robert is attractive to 0. Cute is still an attractiveness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cute would be attractive.
Like a little bit gawky. That's fine.
Yeah. He's got some teeth,
Yeah,
you know.
no, like Robert would be
He's got
fine.
teeth.
He's fine.
That's a requirement. He has teeth. Fine.
If my
He's
man
got
doesn't
teeth.
have
But that's-
teeth,
He's got
then-
2 eyeballs,
that's
a
standard.
nose.
Hey,
That's
hey,
fine.
He does
speaking
have
of
his
men
hands
who are
and
lacking
legs.
teeth now, good job on the wingman for Ned there.
You know, it's not his fault his back is hunched, okay? It's just it's a trait.
I can't believe you've punched Ned.
That was brilliant.
That was
Someone's gonna
full
do it.
on because of the wording that Robert had used. Robert did not say that he was not a threat. He literally said, "Oh, Ned's got a vampire inside him." I had to initiate the protocol, and I had to stop.
Yeah,
and
also
fight
he
you.
Yeah,
does
and
have a
that
law
is
above,
why-
which is protect them and their friends, but quite a lot you haven't been referring to Ned as a friend. So technically he
Yep.
falls below the fight evil doctrine.
It's true.
But he slept in
Rob knows the rule now, so he can
my
do-
bed, and he also sleeps in Robert and Barnaby's room. So
But-
it's like, if that's not a friend,
But also the fact that Robert was with the group, and the number 1 protocol is to protect Robert over everyone else. And so there's a vampire in the room. I must take out the vampire regardless if they are a friend.
oh, I get it. Yeah,
Yeah. But then I had to feel guilty about it
this
because
is why we can't have robots, is because they don't understand, the lines.
Yeah.
They just go for what their protocols say.
Yep. And
Can't
then I had to
trust
feel
them.
super
I am-
guilty about it afterward because you told me he's a human, and I'm like, well, that broke that protocol where I'm not supposed to harm a human.
So the thing is now that so if protect Rob is the absolute highest thing, then maybe he won't get murdered if he says he has a demon egg in his brain. Because he
No,
was
but-
very concerned about that.
Well, if
The
you
way
would
to
have
protect him might be to kill him.
no, if you would not have done that, I would have probably dropped absolutely everything and began researching how to do
Okay.
brain surgery. Like I
Rob
like
Rob will keep
that
that
is
quiet
what
for the
Rob-
moment because he's slightly concerned as to what Robbie might come to the conclusion is the best way to help
Yeah.
Rob when
Oh,
there's
Robert, I can help you.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
go.
that's the sort of thing of like maybe he would help me by tearing it out my head.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna do to Ned, but then you.
Yeah. So I do have to make sure not to tell Robbie that Ned has a demon egg in his brain, because that probably will go wrong.
Also, FY, Ned was out in the sun when he was running away.
Yeah.
I figured
So
that
my
there's some weird thing going on with him.
my theory is that, and this is why I was really investigating after what you said, because I was assuming that Ned must have feasted on someone, because you said that someone had been dragged away. Ned got scared, ran away, we caught him, and then went to the workshop, because you said someone had been dragged away.
No, it was you
It
tracking
was
Ned.
Ned.
It was you tracking Ned away.
Yeah, it
no,
was
no,
you.
before. No, before, I
No,
thought.
that,
Ned.
that
No,
was
that's
after.
after.
The dragging away was
Oh.
us who had picked up Ned
Yes.
Yeah,
and dragged him away.
it was the dragging that you did to Ned.
Yeah, FY,
What
Ned
on
spent a
earth is
drum
going
point.
on, and why is it leading?
So
why is
Ned, you failed horribly at your deception for, oh yeah, Ned, everything's fine. So Ned spent a drum point to hide out front of the room and listen in. And he heard everything. And I was like,
Interesting.
well, I guess he's going to run away now. And then you chased after him and stuff, and you caught him much quicker than I expected. So
Yeah,
he's also now
And
in
then I
hospital.
punched him.
Yeah.
I liked the friendly chase. Like, hey, where you going, Ned? Don't leave. I want to say hi. You're a friend. What are you doing,
Yeah.
Ned?
Hi, friend.
I have
Hi,
to be
friend.
nice.
Hi, friend.
And then proceed to punch him
just
like
like-
a few minutes later.
I just imagine like sitting and being like, "Hey, Ned, what are you doing, Ned?
Yeah.
Ned,
Get over
I just-
Ned,
Just
are
like
we running now, Ned?
Turbo
Ned,
speed
why
run.
are we running?
oh, are we going for a jog, Ned?"
Yeah.
just like matching pace next to him. Like, hey, what you trying to get so fast?
You're
Can I run with you?
Yeah.
Running is fun.
I like
running
running.
is
Why
fun.
are we
I
running?
like running.
I probably wouldn't have dragged him back. Well, I would have regardless because he was injured and I had to protect him. But then you said that demons were there, and I was just like, oh god, how do I handle this? Like, what do I do?
Demons are involved. I must protect him, maybe.
Well, you'll
Yeah,
need to protect Layla and Barnaby
Yeah.
and Imogen and Robert as well. And I guess that means, well, I can protect him by going to them because I can protect him and them at the same time.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's
there
why
are
you
fuzziness
need-
around the rules.
Imogen was too. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, he's full profiles on all of you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
A lot more detail on Rob, though.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
how his
sure.
eyes sparkle.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't have a crush on
Rob kept it
Rob.
file.
Oh no, that would be weird because of the fact that, well, I guess not, because I don't know who my creator is. So maybe. All I know is Barnaby was low key into the body. Like Barnaby was like trying to pretend he wasn't, but like jealousy led to curiosity.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not sure how low-key it was. I'm not sure how... Also, you were very curious about that wrench, so, you know.
That, and I think a lot of it had to do with EE really wanting to see the ship sail.
I
Because,
didn't
like,
want... I
Loki-
didn't necessarily make the ship sail. I just threw you a circumstance.
No, you
Ooh.
like it literally went from like I went into that entire situation being like, okay, he's just gonna like we're gonna have like a very deep heart to heart about this, and it literally turned into we're fucking like
Yeah.
real quick because I thought it was gonna get really deep and sad and like I was gonna like tell like confess
Hey, it
to
nearly
you
got
about
really
stuff.
deep.
I would have helped him with his crisis,
Yeah.
but now I've apparently got my
Yeah.
own.
I got my own.
And then it was so awkward because then Barnaby and Robert were gonna talk, and I was like, ah, this is like literally low key coming out, but not really, because you're just kind of like, just having fun with the robot boy that you don't even. About.
I did love that moment. Did you bonk the robot?
It was so good.
Well, that's what's happening. I'm like,
Closing
when Ned came in and started telling me, I'm like, okay, I know exactly what I'm gonna say when I turn up.
That's gonna be one of my favorite clips of all time. Possibly the favorite clip of the season. Straight up there.
It's pretty good.
really
the
good.
funny clips for the season will be good.
Oh yeah.
Layla always has good funny clips. Man,
Yeah.
you work so well.
Especially when-
There's a whole saga of clips about the discussion with the wrench.
oh my
Oh, God.
The wrench in the butt.
The problem is, how do you like condense it down to 2 minutes? Is always my problem because I'm
Just
always
wrench
like,
in the butt, wrench in the butt, wrench in the butt, wrench in the butt. There, done.
You just make a separate video for that scene.
just the wrench.
Yeah, the highlight.
I
Yeah.
wonder what adverts would be suitable for that.
Probably none.
Definitely not.
Wrenches, selling wrenches.
Selling
Enemas.
butts.
Wrench-shaped enemas.
What?
What?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
my new
think that's a
product.
thing.
Very niche market.
Yeah,
Doesn't
very-
exist yet.
Yeah, the niche is the butt.
Would you say it's an untapped crevice in the market?
Well, I know Robbie's crevice hasn't been tapped yet, so.
It will soon.
There was no demand, now there is some demand.
No,
Wait, does
Barnaby
that mean
definitely has a demand.
So Barnaby's a top? Interesting.
I'm just trying to fill demand. This is what I'm doing.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I
I'm
can't.
just trying to fill demands. Oh my goodness gracious.
With my
This is
supply.
a Christian school.
Yes. And a sweet Christian role play.
Yes, over a hellmouth.
Yeah, I'm
Yay.
surprised we haven't been banned from schools.
So I wonder, like, so with this like lore drop that Dadbert had, like, what was that all about? Like, he got some good ass rolls.
So we never tell him anything.
They never tell him anything, and then they just told him about what has happened in the last like season and a half.
And then
To
all
be
of a sudden, he's
fair-
like, I
The
have to talk to my
important
kid.
bits. The
To be
major
fair, we did start telling him stuff, and then he tried to kill his kids.
Yeah.
Like that was when we started trusting him, and at least Layla was starting to tell him stuff and started training with him. And then he tried to kill his kids.
Well,
It turns out
accurate.
It turns out he's been possessed the whole time up till now, so it was good that we didn't tell him anything.
Yes.
Not possessed. He just had a couple of orders he had to follow, a bit like Robbie.
Yeah.
Is that a hint?
Well, you know it was hypnosis, so you know hypnosis gives you an order.
Yeah.
It's a
doesn't-
robot, confirmed. We're all robots.
What's up, my robo brethren? Wait,
Hello,
what
friend.
kind, like, what about what about that moral dilemma of you both are now human and your father's a robot?
Yeah, where did we come from?
You also are robots.
Everybody's a robot. Oh no,
There's a-
that's the end.
There's a good video game that deals with that whole crisis. I think it's called Binary Domain. It's a
Mm.
good
That rings
shooter
a
on
bell.
Rings a bell,
PlayStation
yeah.
3. The story in it is amazing, and it has to do with like sentience and robots and stuff. But it's a shooter.
Ooh,
Oh,
It's really. It's
I might
really
like
good.
that.
And it's got like choose your own adventure type stuff because you can choose like crew members to like fight with you, and depending on who you choose, it alters like the dialogue and stuff in each mission.
so
like
it's
the
Mass
story.
Effect?
Kinda actually
Wait,
before
does it
like
have
Mass
fucking?
Effect. No. Well,
so it's not Mass
maybe.
Effect.
Yeah, no romance. That's pretty good. Check it out if
Very
you're watching the
small
after show.
effect. Binary effect.
Two
Sorry,
options.
I'm just-
Makes sense.
Okay. It's been so much fun being in here though, like being a part of this. Like I love fucking shit up and being weird and like punching people like Ned.
You're doing great as a robo. I love
I
it.
was so scared that I actually killed him though. Like imagine
Yeah,
if
I
that
was afraid you killed him too. I was like,
We managed to use one of E's time skips against him. He's like, "Oh, I think he dies." No, he doesn't. It's been a month, you sod. You snuck one in when we said we weren't going to do anything for a few days. You're like, "Okay, it's March now."
Did you want to kill Ned, EE? Or are you just getting
I
tired
didn't
of having
want
Ned
to
around?
kill Ned, but if that's what happens,
it would have been a good story plot twist. Like all of a sudden,
he'd
and
get
then
to
it-
make
the
a
world dilemma.
he'd get to make a saving throw versus death in that circumstance.
He's a white hat, though, right?
He's not a white hat nor a hero. He's a
Oh, because he's been experimented on. I keep forgetting that.
he's
I mean,
well
right
he
now
would
he's
be an
a human
NPC, which means
vampire
that he
with an
doesn't
alien
get stuff the
brain.
same way you do. Like if he was a white hat or a hero, he'd still be gaining drama points at quite a prolific rate. So he's what I class as an NPC. So he can gain drama points if he has a really kind of a moment that takes him above an NPC.
Yeah.
But other than that, he doesn't earn anything the same way you do.
Those sort of moments are not for Ned.
Oh, not when you insist to not even pick up his teeth because you want him to suffer.
Hey, I would have picked up his teeth.
I
but
took him
Ned
off
was
the
a
floor.
dick.
You could
But then I'm
have.
like, I have some teeth. I don't know what to do with these.
No, I couldn't have because I was tackling you and keeping you against the wall so you wouldn't murder Ned.
So, Ned's jaw's really broken.
Hmm. Was it Ned that also has previously been punched by Layla?
That was
No,
Brian.
it was Brian.
Ned was
Okay.
stabbed by Imogen.
I know
Right.
because
It
when
was
I
like a
started
plastic
yelling at
right?
Brian, and
No,
my
that metal.
boyfriend's like, "What?" Because my boyfriend's name is Brian.
God damn it, Brian!
At least you won't have to deal with that anymore.
That's what you think.
Well, we're not sure now. Brian might still be around in a weird way.
Yeah, maybe your boyfriend's a vampire.
I want to, by the way, point out that Beth managed to get both of the logical puzzles very quickly on. I was like, oh, I'm going to give you this cunning thing about you have the track data, and if you could do Dead Reckoning on it, I'll probably have to make this a logic test.
Are
and
you that surprised? I told you, Bentham is basically Robert.
I
Yeah,
was like, that's
they're the same person.
damn. It's- yeah,
you very specifically highlighted you have information about the speed and stuff, and I'm like, okay, so I could use that then.
Yeah, you did even tell him like Rev. You told him like everything. So I
well, yeah, but even then, it's still a good catch to get it that quickly. And then you also got the wait, they're experimenting to figure out what was unique about people. You remembered the law for they're figuring out like asking about his twin.
yeah, that was good. That one was really
I
catchy.
didn't.
I think it
remember
said
that.
something as well about how like they were trying to bring about some effect about. I can't remember what you said, but it like there was more of a hint that that somehow he was switching with his brother, and I can't remember what it was.
I didn't realize they were twins, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Of course they're in the same school year.
Are they just not identical twins, or are they identical?
I assume they were identical.
They're identical.
Okay.
Identically annoying.
That's why everyone always gets them mixed up or calls them bread.
Bread. I like bread. I don't want to ever call them bread.
Hey, I've
Well,
got
we might
champion
have
like
to.
Ned. Chat
If they're
feels sorry
both the
for Ned.
same, they might
Right.
both be the same person now, so we have to call them bread or Nyan.
No.
I was gonna say, speaking of bread, Barnaby and Robbie. No, I'm kidding.
Barbie. We've got this. It's Barbie. It's the
Yeah.
official name of the ship. It's Barbie.
They've been saying Barbie. Janbert, Barbie, Imole,
Viabert.
Vibert, Violet, I think, or
The ships happen quickly. They
yeah,
are.
the ships do
constructed
happen quickly.
instantly.
They also sink very quickly.
Mm,
Yes.
I
In
think
some
every
cases.
ship name has been made now.
Yeah.
Every possible combination of people.
I can't
think
wait
it's-
to see if Barbie dies.
Barbie will die.
I
it's
know.
a given.
Well, it's a pretty solid chance that if both Dylan and I are on the same show, that our characters are gonna bonk. Like,
You
Yeah,
haven't bonked yet.
literally, it has happened in, I think, every campaign we've been in together.
They didn't
Not
bonk in
Star
Star
Trek.
Trek.
But we.
There were hints.
Yeah. There was like definite like nodding and like, yeah,
wink,
we have
wink,
a
nudge,
past.
nudge.
Yeah, we have a past.
Captain's really
Four
a party
episodes,
animal.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then God, Bert. Oh God, Bert.
I like Bert. That's great. He was the perfect little drama llama.
Yeah, I love. Speaking of the drama llama, that new emo. Oh my God,
Oh yeah.
I like all the
it
new
got plenty of use today.
it's my
The new
favorite
emos were
emo.
Also the shovel.
Yep, the
Yes.
shovel. I was wondering if it had come in, because the shovel, like, you could go months without the shovel, but then there's one episode where the shovel really matters.
Mm,
Well, people
when
are like-
he digs himself.
They use it now when you're digging a hole, type of thing.
Yep.
It's a good emote for
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that happens.
Oh,
Yes,
it is.
especially in these campaigns.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I probably have to head out though because I have to go
Yep.
do.
So this is probably a good
content
point to
after
call it for the
stuff.
after show. So thank you very much for joining us for a lovely after show. Next week will be the last episode with Dylan, which makes me sad. It went so fast.
Sad day. But we're gonna make it extra. We're
We'll
gonna
make it
epic.
big. We'll have like explosions,
It will make
maybe
it the full
missiles from
13
Titty.
inches.
Yes, we'll utilize every inch.
There we go. That's the episode
All
name, the full
13.
13 inch.
Oh, God,
so
no.
thank you.
Well, the name of this
Demonetized.
episode will be the full 13 inches.
Yep.
Ah, demonetized.
So thank you very much for
No,
watching.
full
the
13
episode.
inches and missile titties.
God.
definitely
Oh,
demonetized.
goodbye.
Definitely not.
Bye. Bye.